published 1848 EDT, 27 October 2017 updated 1848 EDT, 27 October 2017 Celtic boss Brendan Rodgers believes Rangers can only improve by uniting behind a single and clear strategy, from the boardroom down to the boot room. Even before Pedro Caixinhas' sacking, there were Ibrox rumblings about a managerial recruitment process that relied on a three-man panel, one of whom was not Chairman Dave King, and left ample scope for directors to absolve themselves of blame should the worst happen. Rodgers, who expressed sympathy for his opposite number, is reluctant to get too involved in the niceties about what Rangers should do next. Brendan Rodgers says Rangers need to remain united if they are to improve, but he held up his current employers as an example of how to get it right when he said generically, "I think it's common sense. If you don't have everyone pulling in the right direction, it's a problem. One of the first things I said when I came in here was that we had to have one vision, which makes one club. That's what we've focused on. I think it's just common sense that if there is not alignment in strategy and there is not alignment in the interests at a club, then it becomes fragmented. So that's where it starts. The top end, that strategy and interest has to be unified." Asked if part of the dysfunction at Ibrox was caused by Rangers obsessing on catching Celtic in one fell swoop rather than looking for a more staged progression, Rodgers reiterated, "I think his strategy is important. Everybody has to be aligned to the strategy you're following. There has to be a leadership that's clear and that everyone is aligned to. And you can't divert from it. That's the simplicity of it. If it's fragmented and people want to chase one team, others want to do it a different way, then that's when there is a problem." Rangers recently sacked manager Pedro Caixinhas following a difficult time in charge. I think it has to be clear what the strategy of the club is, what the senior directors and ownership want. From that, you get the right personnel in place. I feel a lot of professional empathy for Pedro. They are big jobs, big pressures, and I was disappointed for Pedro. He clearly went in with great enthusiasm for the job and went into a big club where there is big expectancy. Clearly it hasn't worked out for him, so I'm sad for him. But it's new football. I didn't really get to know him. We met first at the UNDER 17 game, the Celtic Rangers game near the end of last season, when he'd just come in. I think he clearly has a great enthusiasm for football. And he had a certain way in which he wanted to work. My only worry is for Celtic. I don't think about anything else, really. Each club will bring in the man they choose. And then it's up to the manager to impose their ideas. There are enough good managers there who will want the job. The big clubs, there are big pressures to deliver, and that's what they'll want the next manager to do once they get him in.